But this is Rios, Manny Pacquiao, he could be at the end of the line on November 23rd if he gets beaten by the Brandon Rios. So their fight's going to be in Macau, China, and, his promoter Bob Arum is saying that that could be it if the Pacquiao loses. Defeat for Pacquiao would be his third straight defeat. So it might not be the end for Pacquiao in terms of him remaining a viable pay-per-view star, but it might be the end of his career as far as being a major player. 147, Pacquiao could always move down to 140 or 135 to try and reinvent himself if he wasn't afraid to look like he's giving up at the 147 division. Now, Arum said this quote, it's a very important fight for him to win. It'll certainly hurt him if he loses this fight. It may signify the end. It'll be very devastating for him. Now, Pacquiao he would have to be pulled backwards by Arum against the lesser opposition, or at least lesser punches if Rios does him. That would be the second straight knockout, and clear sign of something easy and to right. There's no shame in the Pacquiao getting knocked out by Rios. But at the same time, it would give a pretty good indication that Pacquiao isn't a major player 147. To be sure, Pacquiao could stubbornly stick it out at 147 and persist against Arum's top-ranked stable fighters. But I think it would be a bad idea for him to do so. If Pacquiao can't even beat the fighter Rios, then he could end up little more than a trial horse for Arum's, his other stable players. Now, Pacquiao would be better off doing what other fighters do by dehydrating him down from a higher weight to fight the smaller guys. Yes. So Pacquiao could move down to 130 and still be a terror in facing the likes of Mikey Garcia, Roman Martinez, and Takashi Uchiyama. But I wouldn't bother having Pacquiao move to 140 because there just isn't enough top-ranked fighters for him to fight in that weight class for it to be worthwhile for him to do so. Also, those guys can punch and he'd be in danger of getting knocked out once again. Now, Rios was picked out because he supposedly has the perfect style for Pacquiao to take advantage of due to his come-forward style of fighting. Now, this is Ricky Hatton type of opponent, and we saw that Pacquiao did the Hatton, stopping him 2 rounds in May of 2009. That was a younger and faster Pacquiao. And I suspect Arum might have forgotten that Pacquiao has aged since then, and isn't the same fighter physically he was back then. Now, at the same time, Hatton dropped a ton of weight to get down to the fighting weight for that fight, and he had reportedly been hurt by one of his sparring partners in training camp to get ready for Pacquiao. Now, Hatton also had a new trainer at the time in Floyd Mayweather Sr., along with another trainer. Now, he was pure chaos for Hatton in his corner, with 2 trainers telling him 2 different things at the same time.